Hey Flosstube, long time, no update. It's Zoe, it's February 23rd, and I am very excited to be back here doing a Flosstube update. And to explain very briefly my absence, it's been a few months, I think, since I posted anything, and I was having a lot of wrist issues, like carpal tunnel type problems, which I've had a lot throughout my life since college, and it was just progressively getting worse with cross stitching, and I had to take a break from that. I did stop watching Flosstube because it was a little bit sad, as much as I love you all to watch the videos and just want to stitch, but that wasn't feasible at that point. And what happened is that I, over the Christmas holiday, I found a book called The Divided Mind by John Sarno. And then I also found a podcast, I think it's called Like Mind, Like Body, and an app that goes with that. And this is not an endorsement or anything. I'll link to everything below. But so I found this stuff that was incredibly helpful to me, and my wrist pain there's like a world of difference. It's actually, it's super exciting. My wrists feel better than they have in close to 20 years, and I have been doing a lot of stitching since then. So I am back. I'm back dipping my toes in the Flosstube community. I've started watching some videos. I need to get back to commenting, but yeah, love the videos, and I'm excited to be back here. So what I'm going to do today is share just recent finishes, and then next time I come on, I will share whips and things like that, but I have some finishes to share, so I'll do that. None of them are fully finished. I have plans to have other people finish them. So I think we're going to get some framed at Stitchville. I want to probably send away some of my ornaments, maybe to Vana, to get those finished. And yeah, I'm hoping to send some of that out in the next couple months here. So the first thing I have to show is a set of Satsuma Street Christmas ornaments, which were the last thing that I was working on when I recorded my last Flosstube, and I did finish the set actually right around Christmas. I picked up the last one as I was reading that book and finished it, and so I'll just show the whole set. I've showed a couple of them before. I'll just show them again for the sake of completeness, because I do like a complete set. So here is the dove ornament. This is on 28 count linen in the called for colors. Really everything is in the called for colors unless mentioned otherwise. I stitched this dove twice. This I did a color substitution. I just switched around the blue and the white since it was on white Aida. This is 16 count Aida. This is the bell. So I really had fun stitching this one. I love the bold geometric patterns. There's apparently still a piece of floss on it. Love this bell. This is 14 count, probably oatmeal Aida. This is a little castle or town with banners and the year on it. I did finish this in 2017, and that was on 14 count light blue Aida. This is 14 count navy Aida. This is the angel. I really like how it turned out on the dark fabric. I think she's really cute, and she was also really fun to stitch. This is the last one I did right around Christmas. This is the Christmas tree. And again, this is light blue, 14 count Aida, called for colors. And then this little guy is the little Santa. I love him. I love pink and red together, and he has, it's hard to probably see on camera, but he has a lot of mixes of pinks and reds and magenta in his cloak and his hat. So that's Santa. So those are all Satsuma Street ornaments. The pattern comes in a set, and I'll link everything below in the description. When I get a chance, I'm probably going to load this right after, upload it right after I take the video, and then it's going to be sometime later this weekend, probably when I get to adding the description. Okay, so then I finished this. Not sure how well you can see that. So this is Country Cottage Needleworks. There's always something to be thankful for, and it's on 32 count linen in the color, let me look, Maple Sugar. I think that's by Lakeside Linens. So there were some things I liked and did not like about this project. I love the fabric, and I'm also really proud of myself. This is the biggest project that I've stitched on linen, and it was the first one that I've stitched where it's not solid stitching and requires some counting, and I'm very proud of myself for doing that. I've been kind of an Aida stitcher up to this point. I still really like stitching on Aida, but some linen once in a while I think is nice. I also really like the fabric itself. I really like the very subtle modeling. I like the kind of pinky undertone to the beige of the fabric. What I don't like, I'm not sure how much I like stitching words. I almost think I would like this better without the words, just the house and the sheep. I love sheep. Sheep are my favorite animal, so I do like the sheep. And the colors too, and the kind of the country look, again, I'm not sure how much that's really my style, but it's funny because I love looking at patterns like this on other people's floss tubes. I really love the look of these patterns. Something about the actual experience of stitching it was not as fun. So I don't know, probably something I'll try again, but not my favorite project. I do like the sheep though. So that's that one. And then I have, okay, so this project, this next one I loved, and there's two more in the series that I hope to stitch this year. We'll see. I don't usually plan that far out, so actually I'm not going to commit to that, but I loved stitching it. This is from the Floss box, and this is the pattern called The Stitcher, and it's a little girl who cross stitches. She has her needle and thread and her scissors, and all around her are her cross stitch pictures, and I just love that. It was so much fun to stitch. It's like each picture is a little mini project. Love the colors. This is on beige Aida from Joanne, called for DMC colors. The one change I made, I did use just gray, I think it's 415 DMC instead of, it's called for Krynic. Number 8 braid, which seemed really bulky to me, so I actually ripped that out and just used DMC floss for the scissors and the needle, and I'm really happy with how that turned out. So yeah, this is from the Floss box. There is also, in this series, there's one called the Knitter, and there's one called the Quilter. And I also knit, and I also quilt. So I would love to do all three of them. Again, I'm not making any promises, but we'll see. They're all great patterns. All right, so speaking of quilting, I also made a quilt top, and it turned out like, it's really, really bright. I picked the colors out in the store, and I thought, oh, these are happy, fun colors. And then I put them all together, and it's blinding. So I will show it to you. I haven't quilted it yet. I have just made the top. Oh, it's very loud. So let me see. I'm going to unfold it and try to stand back from the camera. So there, you can see most of it that way. It's just really loud. It's not really my style, but it's fun. And I do like the border pattern is this really pretty floral print. I like that a lot. So that the pattern is from a class on Craftsy that I took by Peggy Martin called Quick Strip Paper Piecing, and it's a really good class. I would recommend that class if you like to quilt or paper piece. All right, I have two more things to show. So next I did a couple of things from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. They have a couple of seasonal series, and one is larger, one is smaller. I did This is Autumn from the larger series. This is on Ada, that is 14 count from Zweigart in the color Dirty. Wasn't a huge fan of this fabric and wish I had pressed the creases out before I started stitching, but I'll figure that out later. I really like the pattern. I like how it turned out. I'll see if I can get a little bit closer on the main picture. I love the apple slices and the little pink pumpkin spice drink that the girl is holding. It was really fun to stitch and it went pretty fast. And then the last thing that I have to show is also from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. So this is from their smaller set of seasonal patterns. This is Hello Spring. Also love how this turned out. This is on 16 count Ada in the color Violet Mist, which I believe is from Witchelt. And I'm really happy with how this turned out. Called for colors except for the hello right here. I did in light yellow because I love pink and yellow are my two favorite colors, and I wanted a little more yellow in there, so I put that up at the top for the hello. And the white, it's probably even really hard to see the white in the main part of the picture. The picket fence is white, and there's the bee's wings and a little stream from the bee is white. It's really difficult to see on this fabric. I need to keep reminding myself. I feel like I misjudge when I get light colored Ada. I think the white is going to show up, and the fabric has to be darker than I think it does for the white to show up. So note to self for next time. And actually my current project is working on this same series. I'm working on the summer from this series. So maybe I can show that next time as my whip. So that's it for my Flosstube update. I've had fun making this. I just want to thank all of you guys who are watching and all of you who are making your own floss tubes for all of us to watch too. And I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.